Hello everyone, back with me again, Joseph, your host, and welcome back to our channel and the Catechism for Kids. Today we have a truly amazing story to share. A story about faith, miracles, and a special painting that became a powerful protector. We're going to journey to the country of Russia to learn all about a very famous and beloved icon called Our Lady of Kazan. Have you ever heard of it? It's a beautiful image of the Virgin Mary, the Theotokos, holding the Christ child. And it has a history that feels like it's straight out of a storybook. So, gather around and let's dive into the incredible tale of Our Lady of Kazan, the Holy Protectress of Russia. Our story begins a long time ago in the year 1579. In a city called Kazan, a huge fire had just swept through the city, leaving behind a lot of destruction and sadness. Among the people living there was a sweet 10-year-old girl named Matrona. One night as Matrona was sleeping, she had a very special dream. In her dream, the Virgin Mary appeared to her and told her something incredible. Mary pointed to a specific spot amidst the rubble of a burnt-down house and said that a sacred icon, a painting of her, was buried there, waiting to be found. Matrona woke up and rushed to tell the grown-ups, including the local archbishop, about her dream. At first, no one really believed her. It was just a dream, they probably said. But the dream came back, not once, but twice more. Mary was persistent. Finally, Matrona and her mother decided to take matters into their own hands. They went to the exact spot Mary had shown in the dream and started to dig. And can you guess what they found? Tucked away safely beneath the ashes and rubble, they discovered the icon of Our Lady of Kazan. It was completely untouched by the fire, looking as bright and beautiful as if it had just been painted. Everyone who saw it knew they had witnessed a real miracle. This type of icon, by the way, has a special name. It's called an ode getria, which is a Greek word that means she who shows the way. And that's exactly what Mary does in this image. She holds the Christ child, and with her gentle gaze, she seems to point us toward her son Jesus, who is the way. In the icon, the child Jesus stands before her, raising his hand in a gesture of blessing for all of us. This beautiful image quickly became a symbol of hope and God's love for the people of Kazan. Right after the icon was discovered, amazing things started to happen. People called them miracles. One of the very first miracles was for a man named Joseph who couldn't see. When he came to pray before the newly found icon, his sight was miraculously restored. News of these events spread like wildfire, and soon, people from all over came to see the icon and pray to Mary for her help and protection. The icon of Our Lady of Kazan wasn't just a painting anymore. It was a powerful symbol of faith and a source of comfort for countless people. It showed them that even after a terrible disaster like the fire, God hadn't forgotten them. The icon quickly became known as the Palladium of Russia. Now, it's a big word, but it simply means a sacred protector of a city or a whole nation. And Our Lady of Kazan certainly lived up to that title. Throughout Russian history, whenever the country faced a major crisis, the people would turn to this icon for help. It was like their spiritual shield. Let's fast forward a little bit to the year 1612. This was a difficult period in Russia known as the Time of Troubles. The capital city, Moscow, had been invaded and occupied by Polish forces. The Russian people gathered a volunteer army to take back their city. And what do you think they carried with them as their banner, their symbol of hope? A copy of the icon of Our Lady of Kazan. The soldiers, led by a prince named Dmitry Pozarsky, prayed for Mary's intercession. They believed she would help them. And they were right. They successfully drove the invaders out of Moscow and liberated their capital. Prince Pozarsky gave all the credit for the victory to Our Lady of Kazan. And the icon became forever linked with the unity and strength of the Russian nation. That's not the only time she came to the rescue. 200 years later, in 1812, another famous leader, Napoleon Bonaparte from France, invaded Russia with his massive army. It was a scary time. Before heading into a crucial battle, the great Russian military commander, Mikhail Kutuzov, prayed deeply before the Kazan icon. Once again, the Russian army was victorious against incredible odds, and Napoleon's invasion failed. The people believed that their holy protectress had saved them yet again. Even during the great trials of World War II, stories are told of the icon being carried in processions around the city of Leningrad, giving strength and hope to the people defending their home. So, where is the original icon today? This is where the story takes a sad turn. In 1904, the precious original icon that Matrona found was stolen from the convent in Kazan, where it was kept. The thieves were probably after its valuable frame, which was decorated with gold and jewels. It's believed that the original icon was then destroyed. It was a heartbreaking loss for the entire country. Many people at the time felt that this disappearance was a sign of difficult times to come, but the story doesn't end there. Remember, many faithful copies of the icon had been made over the centuries? One very old and special copy, which some even thought might be the original, left Russia after the revolution in 1917. For many years, no one knew where it was. Eventually, it ended up in the hands of Pope John Paul II at the Vatican in Rome. He treasured it and kept it in his personal study, praying before it every day. He called it a symbol of unity, a bridge between the Catholic and Orthodox churches. In 2004, in a beautiful gesture of friendship and peace, Pope John Paul II returned this precious icon to the Russian Orthodox Church. Today, this historic copy, sometimes called the Fatima or Vatican copy, is enshrined back in the city of Kazan, at the very place where Matrona first discovered the original icon all those centuries ago. It's a full-circle moment. Because of this amazing history, the Russian Orthodox Church celebrates Our Lady of Kazan on two special feast days each year. The first is July 21st, which marks the anniversary of when young Matrona miraculously found the icon in 1579. The second is November 4th, which celebrates the day Moscow was liberated from the Polish invaders in 1612. This day is so important that it's also a national holiday in Russia. It's called National Unity Day. So, what can we learn from this incredible story? We learn that Mary, as a loving mother, is always watching over us and wants to lead us to her Son, Jesus. The icon of Our Lady of Kazan reminds us that faith can bring protection, healing, and peace, even in the most difficult of times. It's a powerful story about how a simple girl's dream led to the discovery of a treasure that would unite and protect a nation for centuries. It teaches us that Mary's love crosses all borders and traditions, bringing her children together in peace. Just as the scripture says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." Our Lady of Kazan is truly a mother of peace. Thank you so much for joining me today to learn about the incredible story of Our Lady of Kazan. I hope it inspires you to trust in the power of prayer and the loving protection of our Blessed Mother. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories of faith. See you next time, and God bless you always. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and healthy as usual.